Hey, hello, and thanks for joining me. So, today we'll be looking at how to find joy. A lot of times people think that they need to do certain things or they need to get to certain level before they can actually experience joy. I'm going to be sharing with you about 5 to 6 things that you can do on your journey to finding joy. So, come along with me as we look at this together. So the first one is stop waiting to be happy, right? The good news is that there are always fresh opportunities to be happy, and the chances are the opportunity to be happy has already arrived. Like if you look around you, you see the opportunity for you to be happy. So for whatever reason, you may not be happy because you're unable to shift your focus to notice and appreciate those things. And so regardless of what is going on around you, you can feel happier, you can be productive, you can attract success, and you can enjoy yourself during the process, right? But all you need to do is shift your focus and the way you think, and your perspective will change. When that shift happens, your life changes, and then you can get your shift together. So stop waiting to be happy. Stop waiting for that big moment for you to be happy. The most important thing is you need to look around you and you realize that there are things around you that should make you happy, that will make you happy, all right? But because you are stuck on a particular thought pattern, a particular thought process, you're not seeing those things. And so you need a shift, right, for you to actually begin to see those things. So, like I said earlier, you need to shift your focus, you need to shift the way you think, and then you see your perspective change. Once your perspective can change, then you begin to experience happiness without necessarily waiting for someone to hand it over to you. The next one is add happiness to your life right now. You know when they say you should add something to your life, like add spice to your life, add some vibes to this thing exactly. So add happiness to your life. Now, imagine a scenario, like paint a picture, right? Or paint a scenario of yourself. You live on a tropical island, for example. You get up when you like and you do what you want, and then some guy from nowhere whose name is Jeeves, for example, brings you breakfast, and you're just in your reclined position on the balcony, and all you can see is the ocean and your feet. Haha, I can imagine you thinking about that kind of life right now. We all want to have that kind of life where you're just seated somewhere, your beach is in sight, and someone serves you while you recline, while you're on a reclined position, on that chair or that cushion. You can picture that right now. We all want to live that kind of life at any age of our lives, whether young or old or when we're retired. We all dream of being happy someday. But you see, usually we get to overwork ourselves, we get to overstress ourselves and live an under happy life. We tend to live a life that we are not happy of or that we're not happy about, pending when we get to that point where we experience the kind of life that we want, that life where we are seated where we want, where we are laid down where we want, and we have people serving us and people uh, being at our beck and call. I understand, but you see, the dream doesn't seem possible without a lottery win sometimes, or a call from a wealthy uncle in poor health. That's what we think of. But what is fun, right, is that life is, if we are, what fun is life if we aren't happy about it? What exactly do we want to get from life if we are not happy about it? So you need to actually add happiness to your life right now. You don't need that big gigantic dream to come to pass for you to actually add happiness to your life. All right, a few activities that will give you that bump, that will give you that serotonin within you, some serotonin producing activities that would pump you up, that will get you up and going, right? That can help reduce stress and make the wait for that utopian experience easier to bear. So you need to get engaged, you need to get involved in those things that make you happy. Yes, your dream is still important. That kind of beach life that you want to live, that islandic life that you want to live, you're not throwing it away, right? But you know that it's supposed to be for a time to come. But right now, what can you do to make yourself happy is what you should start focusing on, because you can't continue to live an under happy life just because you have a dream coming, right? But right now, the little things that you can do to add happiness to your life are the things that you should go on to do. All right, so those activities that you can do that get you pumped up, that get you excited, that get you forward looking, right? Look for them and engage yourself in those kind of activities pending when your dream islandic how do I call it now? Pending when you're able to take that your trip to that island that you've been dreaming of all the while. I hope that makes some sense to you. So think about it. What is it that you enjoy doing? What is it that gives you satisfaction? What is it that when they mention you jump on your feet and like, come on, let's do this, let's do this, let's do this. All right, different strokes for different folks, different things for different people. All right, for some people, once it's about let's take a walk, they're excited. Some people they even just want to travel within their state or within their country, and they're excited about that. Not necessarily even traveling out of the country, for some of them, as long as it just means let's just travel, they're excited. For some, is to discuss books. Some people get pumped up when you have to discuss books. So fix yourself into the one that works for you. All right. Number three, make self-care part of your routine. I cannot overemphasize this. You cannot underestimate the importance of self-care. Being able to take a moment for yourself in order to hit the reset button is something we all need to do every once in a while. All right, so take time out to give yourself a moment of respite or relaxation or indulgence is only part of the battle. So you need to get to that point where you need to take yourself back and say, hey, you know what, at this point I need to take good care of myself. All right, usually people get to work so hard, people get to push themselves because they have dreams, they have aspirations, they have desires, they have things that they want to meet, they have challenges that they want to meet. And so you find out that people put themselves at that point where they just want to keep going, they want to keep going, they don't have time for movies, they don't have time to go to the cinemas, they don't have time to discuss with friends, their social life is dead. All right, that is not the kind of life you should be living. Carve out time for happy hour, right? Don't let it be a time that you're thinking about a couple of meals when you carve out those times. Okay, you cannot be watching Netflix and at the same time be replying mails. Choose one that you want to do. If you want to Netflix and chill, go ahead and do that. If you want to respond to mails, go ahead and do that. All right. We carve out time for happy hour, but it ends up being less than happy because you're thinking about the last couple of meals you didn't get to in order to be there. How can anyone binge watch Netflix stress free movies with piles of dirty laundry looking next to the TV? You're watching TV, yet you have a pack of laundry next to you. You're watching a movie on your computer, yet you have a pack of laundry next to you, and you're thinking, this moment your eyes are fixed on the movie, the next moment you're looking at the laundry, the next moment you're thinking of what you want to do, the next moment you're thinking of the emails you have not replied to. No, create time for yourself. The time for you to reply to emails or respond to emails or attend to dirty laundries, and the time you want to spend to watch that movie and just be all by yourself or with your partner. All right, so it's important that you create that time, okay, for yourself. Get some pack of chocolate if you need to, but ensure that while taking care of yourself, you are by yourself. Okay. For some people, they have a lot of things they are planning, a lot of things on their head. Some are planning for their wedding, some planning for college graduation, some planning to go to college. And so even when you want to spend time with yourself, you're busy thinking about those things that you have laid down for you. But you know what, one of the surest ways to let that self-care time shine is to make sure you're not stressing about miscellaneous small but to-dos while you're trying to check those things out. You are not spending time stressing yourself about those little things while you're trying to spend time with yourself. So get yourself sorted so that your me time can be as effective as possible. What seems so minute to you, what seems so small to you, by the time you begin to think about it, becomes so big and so gigantic. But you see, the most important thing that you need to do if you really want to enjoy your time of self-care is to sort them out before you decide to relax. All right, so do not have your attention divided when you're trying to take care of yourself. So like I said, make self-care part of your routine. All right, now get a joyful state of mind. Get in a joyful state of mind. A joyful life is the best existence we can hope to achieve. That's number 4. A joyful life is the best existence we can hope to achieve. It is the kind of life that produces positive vibes and a feel-good energy and encourages us to look to the future with high hopes. Pure joy might seem like a fleeting emotion, but even if you only feel it for a moment in time, you can hold on to it, you can relish it. So imagine for example, that moment when you received something that meant so much to you, right? Even if it weren't to be a material thing that you could keep, but that experience that you had, it's something that you want to relish for the rest of your life. That each time a conversation around that comes up, you're excited and you can think, you can imagine it again, you can see yourself in it again. That's how to get into a joyful state of mind. Relish the experience, right? Enjoy the moment, even if it's not for long, for that moment. Enjoy it and have the best of it. All right. So you need to get to that point where you get into that state of mind where you create that within your mind, and those things that produce positive vibes for you and feel good energy are the things that you engage in, and the activities that helps you look into the future with high hopes are the things that you engage yourself into. Let's look at number 5. Number 5 says stop worrying. Stop worrying. Happiness works much like love, but in mysterious ways. Happiness is contagious. Happiness is very available. Now, the science and psychology tells us that brain chemistry alters emotions. But in order to activate those chemicals, you have to first of all talk about habits, right? So let's look at habits, and there's a formula to happiness, and it lies in changing your thought patterns. Usually, I tell people that for every habit that we engage in, it has to do with our thought patterns, right? And so there's a formula to happiness, and that formula lies in changing your thought patterns. Your patterns are those things that you do and think or say every day. They determine how happy you are. Do you say things that are happyful? If there's a word like that, do you say things that are happyful? Do you say things that are sad about yourself or about the situations around you? And so if there is a pattern in which you don't see something good, you don't think that you have done something good, and you don't say something good to yourself, there is no way you want to be happy. So your patterns, what you do and think and say every day, determine how happy you are. And it's got nothing to do with what's around you, but everything to do with how your brain works. That inner voice, that inner voice that communicates with you, is the major thing that you really need to work on. That voice is the person that you need to talk to. Happiness is not within your grasp because it is actually within you. So you need to look for it, all right? That voice that is talking to you, that is making you feel like you have not done anything appreciable, you have not done anything noteworthy. That is the voice that you need to talk to. That voice that converses with you every single day and alters your thinking pattern to think that you're not worth a penny. You need to silence that voice and raise an entirely new voice within you, all right, that changes your thinking, an entirely new voice within you that helps you say the things that you really that's going to make you happy every single day as you move on. Let's move on to the next one. Appreciate the small things. You see, the thing about life is that you choose to appreciate the small things, or you only wait for the big things. But you see, if you cannot appreciate the small things that come your way, how do you want to appreciate the big things? Because what that means is even the journey to get into those big things, you never will really appreciate the journey. And so you won't even see that it's been a journey worthwhile. Once in a while, when I have conversations with people and they say that they feel that they are not doing enough or they are not enough, I tell them that, look, take a journey back to where you were. Now come to where you are right now and look at where you want to get to. When you take a journey from where you were, you would appreciate how far you have come to where you are right now. But what happens a lot of times is we silence our journey. We silence the things that led us to where we are right now because we think they don't matter. We think that we forget that we didn't jump to where we are right now. And the moment you're not able to appreciate those little steps, those baby steps that you took, those decisions that seem simple where you are right now, but when you're taking those decisions, they're probably tough on you. If you do not appreciate those situations, you never feel that you're doing enough. You never even feel that you're doing something. But you need to appreciate those things. We all have them. Those small amounts of things that go unnoticed are not appreciated because we think they are either insignificant or we take them for granted because we live in a culture that celebrates big accomplishments. You're an actor because you have not acted in an A-class movie. You feel you have not gotten somewhere. You feel you're nothing. No, you're something. The fact that you got an acting role is something. Or you had the best result in school, but you're yet to get a job, right? And then you feel like you're a waste. Come on, you're not a waste. The fact that you have not gotten that job right now doesn't mean you're a waste, because remember that you went through school and you didn't steal the result. You studied hard. to get that result. So appreciate the fact that you're able to go through that school and a host of other things. If you think back, if you think at where you are right now, if you think about where you are right now, and you look at your journey and you look at those things that you've been able to do, you will realize that you have had some steps coming to that place. You need to appreciate those things. Once in a while, tell yourself, hey, you know what? You've really tried. It may not be where you want to be, but to have gotten here, I celebrate myself. And if you want to do something better, take yourself out. Spoil yourself. It doesn't mean that you shut your eyes to the vision. It doesn't mean that you shut your eyes to the things that you want to do or what you want to get to. But what it means is you appreciate the little steps and the small things that you have done. So when the big one comes, when the big one comes, you're able to throw a larger party for yourself. So appreciate the little steps that you have taken. All right. Do not let the culture that celebrates big accomplishments drown you. Okay. If you made it a habit to embrace and celebrate small things, when real life is happening, when you're waiting for those big things, you begin to enjoy inner peace, contentment, or joy. Being unable to appreciate small things is a real show of discontentment, and there is no way you want to find joy. And so the truth is that often the things that matter most are actually the small ones. The times that you had to wake up very early because you needed to catch up with something, all right, matters so much, all right. But again, that now become part of you that you are now able to do that without any form of stress whatsoever. Remember when it was hard to start. Remember when it was hard to keep going, but now it's a part of you. Celebrate that moment when you started. So I say again, appreciate the small things that you do. Do not underestimate them because those small things actually matter. Number 7, surround yourself with positive people. One big mistake people make is not realizing that happiness is not an individual choice. Happiness is a decision that you have to make. All right, but every choice is also influenced by the people in your life. We are influenced by people in our lives. We are influenced by the things around us. We are influenced by people that we have given permission to make decisions for us. If you are the CEO of an organization and you do not make decisions, if you leave it to the executive board members, the executive members rather, or management staff, you realize that the decisions that they make changes the life of the business. And so we need to change our life, our life influencers for better. We need to change the people around us. If we realize that the people around us are not helping us make the best use of ourselves, you realize that the people around you are not allowing you to experience the kind of joy or excitement or contentment that you want to experience, you need to change them as fast as possible. If you change your life influencers for better, you can dramatically increase your chances for happiness and success. I found that the positive social connection is the greatest predictor of long-term happiness. I tell people that we are social beings. We are created and molded to interact with people. We are created and molded to socialize. All right. And so you cannot say that you're an island. And that's why I believe that no one is really self-made. We all require people in our lives, as the case may be. And so the kind of people that you have in your circle will determine what kind of success you're going to achieve, will determine what kind of happiness you're going to experience. All right. And so you need to welcome a positive new influencer into your world that's going to help you make some important choices for the happiness that you want to make. So look around your circle, look around your clique of friends, look around the people that surround you. If there's anyone that is not bringing positivity to you, if there's anyone that is always draining your positive energy, you need to separate yourself from such people. Otherwise, you realize that the joy that you seek is actually not your way. All right, I love this. Laugh more. That's number 8. Laugh more. People have often told me that I don't laugh well, that I don't laugh so much. I'm learning. Not because I am not happy, not because I'm not joyous. All right. For some people, they find it very easy to laugh. They find it very easy to smile. All right. It's the way they express how joyful they are or how happy they are. And so it varies. But the truth of the matter is, laughter is actually a good medicine. Laughing makes you feel good. All right. This may not be something new to you, but laughing makes you feel good. Now, try to think about the last time you really laughed and try to imagine or remember how you felt after laughing. Now, we as adults, we are preoccupied by responsibilities, and a lot of times, even when someone says something that should make us laugh, our brain just automatically thinks of, there's something that I need to do, and that's why sometimes you find it difficult to even relax. You find it difficult to take time off to chill because you're always thinking of responsibilities. We adults just don't giggle as often as we did when we were kids, unfortunately. But we should laugh. We should learn to laugh. Laughing has been shown to reduce stress, enhance immunity, improve blood flow, and strengthen relationships. Nobody wants to relate with a frowning person. Nobody wants to relate with someone who is always looking tough, who is always thinking about responsibilities. Uh, if you have had people tell you, look, anytime I come to you, you're always frowning, you don't look happy, you need to sit back and think about what they have said. Laugh more. Laugh more. All right. Laugh more. I have decided to laugh more, and I am trying, and I am laughing more than I used to before, because I realized that when you laugh, right, it's actually healthy for you because it helps you ease off the stress that you experience. So, for example, if after a long day you return from work or from school or whatever, all right, and you are home, slot in something into your DVD player, or just log on somewhere, or some music that will make you laugh. Listen to some comedy or watch some movie that will make you laugh before you go to bed. One tip is never go to bed stressed. As much as possible, look for something to ease you of the stress, not alcohol. I need to say that clearly because that's unhealthy, not alcohol. But you know the greatest tip? Watch a movie. If you're looking for reasons to laugh and you can't find that, watch a comic movie that will make you laugh. But hey, talking about movies, let me say something here. Do not have so much expectations of a movie that is going to make you laugh, because you just may be disappointed. So just go there, watch the movie, have no expectation, let the laughter flow. Do not hold it back. Let the laughter flow naturally. I hope that helps. Now let's look at this. Find bliss in a bucket list. That's the next number. Find bliss in a bucket list. Each time I complete some check boxes, there's a moment. Each time I write out something that I want to do, there is that feeling that I have within me that, hey, you have done something. All right. Sometimes maybe only for some seconds, but hey, that's the few moments that I experience that seem like I'm on top of the world. All right. Sometimes it only lasts a flash of a second. All right. Another time may linger for minutes or for hours. But you see, it's a moment, it's a fleeting moment that I personally can honestly say that I found bliss. All right. And so for you, maybe it's every part of you, from your fingers to your toes, nearly bursting with light and full with purpose. It's the amazement, pride, triumph, and overwhelming sensation of pure self love. It's your entire perspective changing after seeing the world from a different lens. All right. So when you have written out something that you want to do and you're able to do it, all right, check it off. You realize that you find some form of peace, some form of excitement within you. Number 10, love more. Love is real. All right, so love more. Now, in the book Velveteen Rabbit, written by Margaret Williams in 1922, here's something that Williams said in that book. Said, real isn't how you are made, it's a thing that happens to you, right? Because there's a character in that book, Rabbit, right, that asks what is real. Okay, and Skin Horse replied, real isn't how you are made, all right, it's the thing that happens to you. And this was when the author was trying to tackle a complex topic, all right, it's a children's book, or I was trying to discuss a complex topic of love. All right, I stumbled on this material on the internet, this conversation on the internet, and I found it very, very useful. Okay, I'm going to go look for the book, because the subject of love is something that needs to be looked into. All right, you need to love more if you want to experience joy. All right, so let me read a part of that book to you. It says, on his journey to discovering what it means to be real, the Velveteen Rabbit learns that in the end, it's to have someone love you and to be able to accept that love in return. Now, the illustration and touching lesson offer a comforting bedtime read, but as we age, we are taught that being real means paying attention in school, landing a good job, earning a steady income, settling down with a family, and preparing for retirement. As adults, we smile nostalgically at the simpler things, the simpler times, because we know life is more complicated than just loving and being loved. If you think back at where you were younger, as a baby, as a teenager, you laughed more then. You experienced more love then. Things were more real to you then. But right now, what real means to us is paying attention, trying to get a good job, trying to raise a family, trying to start a home. But you see, as you give love, you experience love. All right, as you give love, you experience more of it. And so, if you want to experience joy, just love. All right, just love. Do not expect that the same person is the one that will give you that love back, but love because you have chosen to love. All right, life can be complicated when trying to love. All right, but the thing is, if you find a place within you to actually love, you will realize that there is so much for you to be joyful for and to be excited about. All right. So plan your happiness. That's the final one I'm going to talk about. Plan your happiness. When we put money in something, all right, we realize that we are expecting things in return. Okay. And then when we exercise, we also come back feeling happy that we're able to actually do that. And you see, we want to protect ourselves from some things happening. We want to protect ourselves from um, ensuring that certain things do not happen to us. So it's more or less like you're planning. And so you try to safeguard your money, you try to safeguard your blood pressure, you try to safeguard your bones. But we forget to safeguard the one thing that can make a difference in the quality of our lives as we get older, our happiness. You can't allow people to dictate to you how to live your life if that is not how you want to live it. Do not let people come to tell you how you should live. Don't let people determine your emotions. Don't let people dictate to you how to feel. All right, because you actually own yourself happiness, and so you need to plan your happiness. Now, as research was done, I mean, decades of positive research has shown that high levels of subjective well-being. Now, subjective well-being is a combination of overall life satisfaction and in the moment positive feelings. So when we say the moment positive feelings, it means that the positive feelings you have at that moment, all right, can translate into better physical health and longer life. Now, listen to this. In the year 2011, there was a report from the International Association of Applied Psychology where Edward Dana, who is a psychology professor emeritus at the University of Illinois, analyzed over 160 relevant studies and found that while positive feelings did not improve outcomes for people with certain diseases such as cancer, the evidence that happiness leads to better health is clear and compelling. Did you just hear that? The evidence that happiness leads to a better health is clear and compelling. So why won't you plan your happy future? You need to start planning for your happy future. So folks, that's it. I hope that you have learned something new today, and I hope that you decide to plan your happiness, and I hope that you will choose to actually find joy. Do not let anyone dictate to you how to live your life or how to find that joy. So go out there, practice these things. If you have questions, please do not hesitate to ask them in the comment section, and I'll be glad to provide response to them. Till I come your way again, it's bye for now. Leave your past behind and embrace your future.